I'm Emily Thompson. I'm a first grade teacher in Dundee, Michigan at Dundee Elementary School.
So tell me a little bit about yourself, Emily. I know that you've used PBS resources before.
I've used a lot of PBS resources before. I really like to incorporate STEM into the classroom and coding. So I've used a lot of those resources from PBS, as well as some of the videos to help me teach. I've been teaching for 11 years now. And prior to that, had a early childhood background. So lots of different experience.
Awesome, awesome. So have you been online? Have you had to do Zoom with first graders yet?
Yes, we do Zoom meetings once a week with our students. And then when there's inclement weather days or anything like that, we also are teaching through Zoom, as well as, of course, teaching on Zoom through the spring, last spring.
Right. So do you have days where your kids are learning at home?
Yes, our students come to class 2 days a week and have at-home learning 3 days a week. And so we only have half of our students in at a time.
Gotcha. Okay, so I'm assuming you've heard about the Michigan Learning Channel.
Yeah,
What do you think?
I think it's a great resource, especially for students who are struggling with their internet connections. We have a rural area here, and some of our students just don't even get internet where they live. It's just not an option. So that is a resource that can be on at all times for parents to use and students to tune in and see what's going on. And it's a trusted resource, which is amazing. And so it feels really nice to be able to tell parents about it and really trust what's coming from there.
So do you feel as a teacher, this will be a resource that you'll steer parents to?
Yes, definitely. I think I would love to send it as a recommendation. And then once we learn more about it, also can even ask for it to be a requirement of some sort. And students report back to us about what they've learned or what they saw and that kind of thing. So we can check in with them at home too.
So for the Michigan Learning Channel, it will be free in homes with an antenna. It will also be online on a web page streamed, and then there'll be on-demand chunks of lessons that teachers can view ahead of time. Does that sound like something you would want to work into your classroom time as you see fit?
Yeah, definitely. The on-demand portion or being able to stream it as well would definitely be nice for us to preview and find content that's related to what we're teaching and use as a resource.
So this content, we have had several different groups from the Michigan Department of Education and whatnot participating in vetting through content and making sure everything's aligned to the standards and the literacy essentials and the math essentials. Is that something valuable to you as a teacher?
Definitely. Those literacy essentials, especially in first grade, and especially this year with our students being off school so much, are so important. And definitely things we need to focus on in getting the different types of literacy and instruction in daily, even when they're not here at school, when they're learning at home, they need all those exposures. So definitely.
And we know that it's been difficult trying to interact with kids through this pandemic. And you had talked about the internet being an issue a little bit. Are there other challenges you're finding that have surfaced during this pandemic?
Yeah, I mean, just the consistency. I think we realized when we shut down in spring how school really does provide a routine for students and consistent, things for students. And now, unfortunately, we see some of our families, the students have to be shuffled around. So one day they're with grandma, one day they're at home with mom and dad, another day they might be at daycare. And so it's just a big change for them. And trying to build in routine at home with parents has been, they've caught on really well, but it's still just not the same as the routine and consistency of school.
Yeah, that's what we were hoping with the Michigan Learning Channel, that we could have stuff scheduled so that it was consistent and people would know when to expect it. We'll have new content in the beginning of the week, and then that content will repeat later in the week. Anything else that you would like to tell us that has been on your mind as you have heard about the Michigan Learning Channel?
I'm just really excited to see what, comes of it and what lessons. I think it would be nice for our students too to see some familiar faces, And I think they would really get excited and tuned in knowing it's directly for Michigan, related to the Michigan standards, the early literacy essentials, those kind of things. If we're able to promote that to parents, then they know exactly, it's a trusted source, but also that this is Michigan stuff, right? I mean, this is things we know our first graders need to know, or other levels as well. And so that'll be really nice.